Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome back to another episode of the Muslim Mindset. Today we have a hell of a guest. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but Junaid and I look a little bit neater than usual. And that's thanks to our guest today, ClipperKayne.
Thank you very much. It was an absolute pleasure. You made it easy.
All right. So for the viewers, just so you guys know, today it's not going to be like our usual episodes. Obviously, we've had a few episodes out now, and we've touched on some pretty interesting topics.
Some
obviously,
meaningful topics.
Yeah. We had Imam Imran talk about the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa taala, and Hafiz Ziyad talk about the discipline in Islam, and a few others. But today we want to talk about how Islam impacts someone
New to the religion.
Yeah, perfectly said. And I think we should kick this off in the most authentic way possible by just asking my new brother here, to tell us, how did it happen?
How did it happen? Well, that was easy. It's always been, in my adult life, something I just admired your faith. I admired your yeah.
Our faith,
Oh, that was yeah. I admired how Muslims live, how dedicated they are to their religion, and once an outsider, I was so just intrigued and curious. So the seed was already planted by watching how Muslims are, and then my first real encounter was unfortunate. I went through a breakup. My kid's mother rocked my world. Very, very hard time. I ended up in ICU. I survived. Lucky.
Really? I didn't notice.
I know. Actually, now that you say it, I survived.
Yeah.
And
mashallah.
my doctor was
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
my doctor was a Muslim, and he didn't need to, but he would speak off the record, and he would talk to me as a Muslim. And I was just intrigued, and I asked him, could I please have a Quran? Do you have a spare one? And he said, I'd love to give you one. And he gave me that, and it wasn't like the one I got from you guys, though. That's a cool one. It's like, I want to make sure that thing stays
Yeah.
The first one I'd still locked away, but
Yeah.
this one is like, it's the real bee. It's a bee's knees, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Project Quran for those guys.
Thank you guys so
hooked us
much.
up.
This thing is flash. It's so nice. And as I was going through rehab and all that, I would read it, and I found great comfort in Islam. Unfortunately, my friends, my family had a big influence on me just going back into... If you're wondering why my hands are black, I am a barber, and I was colouring, so please excuse my black hands. I thought if you are watching this and you see it, I'm just going to give you that answer. So I went back to just living normal Kayne. And unfortunately, my heart still remained heavy. I was never satisfied. I was still riddled with depression, and then I met Moni, and I found Christianity. And I loved what it did for her, and I always felt that I felt like I was a bad Christian because I was always questioning, how can you, I just didn't understand the concept, but it works for them. It just didn't work for me. I felt like I was, it didn't sit right with me. I always felt like I blamed myself for questioning who they believed was God. And, it never sat well, and that actually caused me to be depressed. I felt sad that I couldn't, and I always wondered, why can't I just believe why do I have to question everything? So again, I just come back to Islam,
Mm.
and it always sat right with me. And then I went into JB Hi-Fi one day to buy my partner a devoted Christian present, and I met this man called V, who I automatically just had this connection with. Like, I admired his work ethic, which I complimented you on
Yeah, you did.
several times. We even like done a little quick skit. I didn't want to get him in trouble, but he was like, "Nah, I'm for the boys.
Yeah.
I'll do this," which I appreciated. And how did you invite me, or did I say, "Can I come?"
Nah, it was
Yeah,
oh
how did that
man,
start?
there was a lot of build up to it, man. It was like we were just there and
Was
we
it
did.
a lot of build up? I think it just happened.
It happened. It was a lot of build up. Like, how do I say it correct? I don't know if spiritually is the right word, but I don't know. Something happened
It's
when
definitely spiritually, because I had this strong urge, and I didn't care who it was going to affect in
Yeah.
my family. I was like, I'm going,
yeah.
and this is what's
You
happening.
just
Yeah,
felt something.
because what happened was like
Yeah.
obviously after we did that skit and whatnot, you mentioned parts of Islamic history that I was like, okay, hold on.
You've
'Cause
done his
certain-
research.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this guy like he knows some stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all
I
right.
know a thing or two.
And I was like, all right, well, if this guy's already got an interest, he's clearly gonna want to learn more.
Of
And
course.
where's the best place to learn about Islam than at the mosque? So it was just kind of like human nature, just like, oh, okay, you're interested in this, let's go do this. You're interested in Islam, let's go to the mosque. And you were just, you immediately jumped at it. You were like, yeah, bro,
Bro,
let's get your number.
I've always wanted someone to ask me that, because I was always like, I never knew how it worked. How do like,
Mm.
when do I come in?
It's a bit
You
scary
know,
at
I go
first,
to
for
church
sure.
on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, like, what day do I go in?
Mm.
What do I go about it? You
That's
know?
the beauty of the masjid. is
It's always open.
Yeah.
I could have just came.
Yeah, you could have just walked
I
in.
could have just
Like,
walked in. And the
it-
police lights got me though.
They're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
scary.
I was
they're
like,
fake.
You drive in, yeah.
They're just to scare people.
Well,
Like,
wait.
look, yeah, we've had we've had some.
me and police sirens. I've got.
Same. Me
I've
too,
got,
brother. Me too.
All right, let's not go into that side of the history. You know?
That's another life.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
that's it,
another
that's
life.
it,
It's
it's
a good way of
another
putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because and it was actually that reminds me because one thing you mentioned right when you were talking about what you found when you stepped into your previous faith was that you weren't allowed to ask questions, and Islam.
I felt like I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? Islam tells you to ask questions. It tells you.
Oh, you were asking a heap of questions
Yeah,
at the shop the other day.
exactly. It tells
Yeah.
you to learn, go out, understand science, understand history, understand biology, understand chemistry, whatever.
Anyone that knows me knows I'm obsessed with knowledge.
Yeah, I'm
That's
the
it.
same way. Like, I don't know how you feel about that one, Junaid. Like, like me and a lot of people out there who probably know me personally, even you guys now, you guys are my brothers, you know me for some time. I have an unshakable urge to just figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I give it to my age on that one. I'm young, I'm curious, but like there's
I never
nothing.
grew out of it.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
I'm
you.
okay to be wrong. I'm okay to be proven wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah, that's
If
the
you can
balance.
prove me wrong,
Yeah.
If you can reasonably and sensibly sit down with me and explain to me something, and you make it cohesive, I'll apologize. I'll say, all right, sorry.
I do find that.
And
when
I
it's
heard
about-
you apologize too.
Mm.
So you're telling the truth
I
there.
do find that when it comes to religion, a lot of people just get angry. You know.
Yeah,
So
I noticed
instead of
it's a-
sitting
it's
down
a-
and-
Sorry, bro. You go.
instead of sitting down and having like a reasonable discussion about it, they just get angry, man.
It's
Like,
one of
Mm.
them things, bro. It's how do you tell someone something when they in their heart know it to be true? You know, it's a conversation that is they've tried to do it for thousands
For
of
a
years,
long
bro.
time.
And unfortunately, with faith, you know, it's we are men, and we succumb to our emotions. And if someone tries to tell us that we're wrong,
mm.
of course we're going to get
Get
upset,
defensive.
and we're not
Yeah.
going to be able to have a dialogue amongst each other.
See, that's the first thing that I learned because in our first ever episode in the introduction, Junaid asked me the question what it was like to have an Islamic upbringing, right?
Mm.
And when I linked that to, obviously our previous viewers know what I said, that an Islamic bringing, and to keep it simple, an Islamic upbringing is just to have a decent upbringing, right?
For sure.
And in that, in that learned kind of environment, you understand that you don't know anything. Like when you go into a conversation, I don't care if you're the Pablo Picasso of art. Is that the correct reference? It's a Pablo Picasso.
I think so.
I don't know if that one was correct.
He's
or
a
not.
bit of like an
Picasso or-
abstract artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Go Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, we'll go Da Vinci. Yeah,
Da
yeah,
Vinci.
yeah, yeah. Either way, I don't care if you're the Da Vinci of art, the Stephen Hawking of science, right? If you sit down with me,
Nikola Tesla of electricity.
Or ClipperKayne of haircut.
Hey.
I don't mean to compare myself with
self-promotion.
anyone, but I just want to
Good
throw
plug.
it
Good
in
plug.
there.
if you can't sit down and just like be real and just put whatever it is you think you know aside to learn, what's the point in having the conversation? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like when you came into the mosque, like you came in, you sat down. The first thing you said before you even went in, because you knew about like wudu and like how we had to clean ourselves, you were like, I want to learn how to make wudu. I want to be respectful. I don't care what I've done in the past. I'm going to come here. I'm going to sit down. I want to wash myself the way the Muslims wash themselves, and I'm going to pray with them. And that was the mindset that intrigued me about you straight away, because you put the last however many years of your life behind you in that moment when you sat down and you made wudu. Because the beauty of wudu, and I told you this then, when you're washing your hands, the sins that you've committed with your hands are washed away with every drop. When you're washing your face, the sins of your eyes, your nose, your mouth are washed away. When you clean your ears, your feet, etc. And in that moment, you had the purest of heart to sit down.
I thank my Māori for that too. Like being raised as a Māori, we are taught to be respectful of people. You know, when we go into people's houses, we take our shoes off. You know, it's little things.
Yeah.
And I can thank Mum for that. You know, raising us. And it's when we're in a presence of of we were in the mosque. I'm gonna
fit
deal
in.
with the mosque.
Seriously.
Absolutely. And that was on top of me already being intrigued in how you guys do everything. And so, of course, I want to do what you guys are doing.
See, that you're talking about it like that's in the moment, right? Like you were there. How did you feel afterwards? Like when you left, because we had a pretty long night.
We did have a long night, yeah.
I was just
Shout out to Imam Tamir, by the way.
Oh man, what a guy!
Oh man,
Beautiful person.
I love you, bro.
Beautiful.
I hope you're watching this. Like, we love you too. We can't wait to see you again, inshallah.
Absolutely. I can't wait to learn all those words too, my bro.
You will.
Yeah, you will. It'll
Yeah.
come with time. It'll come with time.
It does take time.
I felt like just so grateful to be in the presence of who I've always been so curious about. You know,
To ask all the questions you want.
We were speaking about it, so I was told all the angels were around us listening, and for me, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, cool, cool. You know, just bear in mind, this was my first encounter.
Yeah.
I'd never been, so I was like that little boy that always kind of was interested. I was now doing it, and I was like, yeah. And as amazing as it was really unfortunate to go back home. And, I understand my partner is a devoted Christian. I understand why she would be, how it would be hard for her. So it's a conversation I'm learning to try to have, because I don't know what to tell her other than I have this desire, this burning desire to be here with you guys, to be here and learn about God.
Islam.
And that's what it's about.
Islam.
Yeah.
Islam. And I absolutely love my partner so much.
As you should.
And you said, pray.
Yeah.
As a new Muslim, my prayer would be heard.
Yeah, immediately. Like, you have nothing to weigh you down.
Your first door.
She dropped me off here, bro.
Today? To
yeah,
bring you?
man.
Wow.
Whoa.
That is just... Thank you.
Yeah.
Shot my bro. Thank you so much, because that just wasn't... It's just not possible, bro.
Yeah.
When I say she's a devoted Christian, man, extreme.
Yeah, man.
And I admire that for her.
As you should.
But
yeah.
I still have this desire to be here.
For sure.
And I in the shower, I'm still getting the grip on where to pray and how to pray, but I prayed how I knew. And I believe I know it was answered, which is why I'm here. You know, you've been with me the last few nights. It's been very anxious for me, you know, because I'm navigating how I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to be off track. You know, I know this is for me.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Man. It's a journey, right?
Is,
Like we
you know,
all
still
have
going
our
through it now, you know.
You got
like-
your whole life to learn, to experience.
but I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I am too, as well.
That's the thing, right? That's what I love about this in particular episode. For the viewers who don't know, just so you have a bit of a time screen on the, obviously, those of you seen the first episode, I'm a born and raised Muslim, alhamdulillah. Junaid has been Muslim for
4 months and a few days.
yeah, well, wow, almost a
Mashallah.
few days, and then obviously
Born and raised hustler.
Oh.
Now I'm a Muslim. That was a joke. I don't think it was that funny, but you laughed, so that brought me happiness. Now I was baptized a non-denominational. I don't even know what that means.
Huh.
I don't know what that is,
yeah,
but it doesn't matter now.
doesn't matter now because
Doesn't
the bottom
matter.
line is right. Doesn't matter how long you've been Muslim
Mum
for.
said you can be whatever you want, son. So she's very supportive, which is lovely. She's like, "That's awesome, my son." Mum's
Wow.
great. Yeah, she's awesome.
Well, how was that with you? Like, what was the conversation like with your mum when you told her you
Oh.
became Muslim?
I was so excited.
Oh.
I was sending her all the pictures and
Oh yeah,
all the video. Yeah, me and mum have a great relationship.
good.
It's probably different to most, but me and my brothers and me and my siblings, we're tight.
Good.
Like we're tight as.
Yeah.
And we have a group chat, and I just fill it up with what you share with me. Boom, I share it over there.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I sent you some pretty proper Islamic content as well.
It is good.
I love it.
Yeah. I send you all the. Shout out to
funny-
Mufti Menk. Mufti Menk, you're the man.
I've been watching them for years.
Real.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh,
My
wow.
TikTok for the last couple of years is a lot of it is like Islamic, and I would be
Nice.
like, "Is TikTok trying to convert me or something? It's starting to work. It's working." Like, yeah, my For You page is full of Islamic,
Yeah.
and that's how I was able to.
Clock that I was Muslim.
Yeah, but like,
you saw the beard and you were like, yeah, he's one of them.
yeah, I was inspired by the teachings, and it just it sat right with me, and I'm here. And
Yeah,
I'm here.
man.
Would you say it happened at the perfect point in your life? This change and everything.
I'm so grateful to be here. Right now, I'm just figuring out how my family, my partner, I'd love for her to just understand where my heart is and just be supportive. But I understand from her, but I mean no harm. I don't want to bring any harm, and I want to be a better man.
Yeah.
You know, I've struggled with my addictions in my past.
Mm.
You know, thankfully that's not been an issue. But you know, I struggle with a lot of things I haven't even spoken about with you guys. Like it's busy being ClipperKayne, being me. You know, I have a busy lifestyle. I travel a lot. I work very hard. I've got commitments that I have to keep up with on social media, legally binded commitments, and it's a lot. And have a relationship, you know. And I knew when I came here, I wanted to be able to manage all that, and I knew I would be able to manage that with Islam.
This is the thing, right? And this is an advisory point that I'm going to make, not just for you, but for anyone listening. And it's a sensitive point for a lot of people, but I think as someone who has lived and learnt Islam his whole life, I can comfortably say that when you understand that in Islam, it's in previous episodes we've discussed the discipline of Islam, but the key factor is how structured we are.
I've got ADHD, and that
So
sits
do
right with me, bro. I
Yeah.
need structure.
Yeah,
I love the fact that the time of prayers. I love
exactly.
that. I think it's fantastic for me with ADHD.
Here's a hilariously interesting point, right? And it's always interesting when I was young, because I'm a bit of a health and fitness fanatic, right? I got my training qualifications when I was a few years ago when I was quite young.
I got mine at 2. When did you get yours?
Not at 2.
Oh.
You beat me there.
Yeah, just so.
So, yeah. Well, when you were 2, what was I doing? What was I? Where was I? I would have been.
Probably not conceived.
No, I don't know. I don't want to get into that conversation. Anyway, nah.
Can we talk about it? You can cut that out.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Keep it in. Actually, it's good. Islam created a structure in life, right? Like, and I used to read like millionaire mindset kind of stuff. My brother in the UK, he and I are very like-minded like that. Even my brother here, we've got that kind of like, we've got that desire for wanting to have structure. We're very business-minded. We want to do things in a way that means that we're going to succeed, right? And every single successful novel I read that didn't have anything to do with Islam, like Atomic Habits and stuff like that, those kind of books. I'm not a huge reader, right? I hate reading. I really cannot sit and read a book.
Before at work, we can. Yeah.
I just listen to him. I got my brother in England, shout out Junaid, he got me Audible, right? We need to fix that, by the way. It's not working. That subscription still hasn't been sorted.
You're an adult now.
And I
he's
used
your
to,
older brother, so
exactly. He's
Yeah,
big man. He
yeah.
knows what's going on. He knows how to run this thing. This is his jacket.
There you
Anyway,
it?
yeah.
Fresh.
I'm pretty sure it was my oldest brother's first though, so it just got handed down.
that's awesome, bro.
Yeah. Past me. Yeah,
I love
it's-
that
it's-
you're wearing that.
Yeah, bro. It's mad love, innit? But
Yeah,
anywho, back to the point. In every single book, it said, if you want to succeed, get up early. All right, get your work done in the morning, then give time to your family, then give time to your Lord or whatever it is you give your time to. It could be your religion, it could be going to the gym, it could be having a good diet, having a good meal, whatever it is. Give it your time to that, right? And then in the evenings, make sure you give yourself enough time to rest. And make sure you get to bed at a decent hour. Now in Islam, right, we're told we wake up at the crack of dawn. We're up early, and then we're told after we pray our Fajr, don't go back to bed. Now I'm not perfect, right? I go back to bed. I'll be honest. I pray my Fajr. Many of you men out there know this. You got that quick time with all that quick time salah, and then you're back in bed. Okay, that's what happens.
You are still young, though.
I'm
bro.
young,
Yeah, give it to you.
but like I'm trying to appeal to a lot of the guys out there so you can understand it. You know what I mean? Obviously you're out here, you're a sparky in it. You're
Yeah, I don't got time to go back.
I'm up, but here's what we're supposed to do Islamically, right? What we're taught: we wake up, we read our Fajr, and then get to work, get your job done, get fresh, get done, get sorted, and then just about midday, right? That's when you stop working. That's when you take it easy. And what was the second thing I mentioned? Give time to your family. After your Zuhr Salah, your second prayer of the day, that's time for your family. That's time for you and your family, right? Then relax. Then after you've had a bit of time to yourself, bit of time with your family, remember the third part is give time to whatever it is you need. And we say in the third prayer of the day and the fourth prayer of the day, Maghrib, these are the golden hours. For us, we give time to our Lord.
Yeah.
That's what it is to me in that regard. And then when we to finish off our last prayer of the day, obviously Aisha, after the sun is fully set, is normally around currently in Australia 6:45, 7ish. A little later if you have like work commitments and whatnot, you normally end up praying at the very latest by about 8, 9ish. That's a reasonable hour to get to bed for a lot of people, right? Like
It's an early time.
it's an early time to get to bed. But what does that then allow you to do? Have
Get
a
up.
reasonable hour of sleep and get back up and
up.
get early.
Like,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it pretty much, like, those books you were reading, it pretty much...
It just
the
confirmed
same
Islam.
thing.
Yeah, like you can...
You know what I mean?
Islam is set up to
It's a full lifestyle.
succeed.
Exactly.
Like
This is
the million...
2.1 billion Muslims on the planet.
2.1 billion.
Yeah. People buzz out when I say I've got that many siblings. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I've got 2.1 billion. brothers
Yeah, and I
sisters."
like that you use the word siblings, right? I know you're saying it comedically, but
Oh,
listen.
no, I meant that true. Like,
I've
brothers
known
and sisters.
where are brothers and sisters.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go in the
Yeah.
world.
Anyway,
But I do joke around, so I can understand why
Yeah.
you said that. I'm trying my best. I'm
That's
trying.
all good. It's all good. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, this isn't going to be like our normal serious conversations. This is real talk. This is an authentic conversation for people to understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want people to connect. That's the point.
I love how understanding and how I am allowed to ask questions and not feel.
Yeah.
That was a personal battle I had with myself, but to for you to mention, hey, it's okay to ask questions.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable with me, especially so early on in my,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm hungry for knowledge.
I love being asked questions because I like feeling like I know a lot. That's the real truth.
Yeah.
Then I like helping you feel that way.
Yeah.
Because you do answer.
Nah,
them,
it's yeah. I like
and I
answering
appreciate
questions.
that.
I like answering questions, but I love asking questions. It's a balance, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. like, you know, to be honest, you're probably going to be the best one to give a decent example of who I am, right? Like, you,
The best way I can describe it is an waist complex, to be honest.
in a waist complex.
In a
You're going to
waist
make that reference,
I'm
man.
gonna make that reference.
Define it.
Define it.
So,
Oh, wait, by the way, Oasis is my real name.
I want to still know what V means.
That's a story for another day.
that is a story.
You said you'd tell me, so
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
later.
I don't know if I want to go into it right now. I don't know if you want me to go
The
into it
always
right now.
complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it. I reckon the viewers will want to know about this one, to be honest. Now I'm curious. Let's get
Me
into
too.
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I
this
got
is-
2 questions I got to ask.
Well, everything you want to do, everything that you do,
Yeah.
you want to be perfect at, right?
You calling me a perfectionist?
A little bit, yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
That's not
It's
a bad
not a
thing.
bad thing
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
not bad at all. Yeah, I was expecting something way worse.
No, I actually think it's a good thing, and I find it quite admirable as well, to be honest. Especially at your age. I wish when I was 18, I was like you.
Just giving away my age.
But
All right, for all of you that out there now, you know I'm 18.
being like that though, it must also be very draining. Like,
Yeah.
realistically,
Yeah.
because I'm a perfectionist in my work, and I
Mm.
tell you now, I get tired.
For sure.
I get
That's the
very
thing,
tired.
though, right?
I never had Islam either.
Yeah. See, this is where I think the difference is, right? And look, most you guys have seen me being me, right? Like,
Mm.
obviously, your family see you differently, your friends see you differently, your people at work see you differently. I am filled with love, man. I gotta love everyone. I love everything, and I'm not perfect, right?
But you are filled with love, bro.
Yeah, and I try my hardest. Like, it's a balance, right? Because I love everything I do. I love my work. I love my people. I love my family.
You're very proud.
And I'm proud of everything I do. I'll happily
It's a
admit
good
that.
thing. It is a
Especially
good
at
thing.
18. I
But sometimes I'm
admire
not
I do
perfect.
too.
And I'll address the facts, right? And this is what I think a lot of people can relate to. Like,
that. No one's perfect. Though.
I stuff up. I stuff up bad sometimes, right? Like, and just today, even like, just to go on a bit of a personal tangent, right? I felt bad. I wanted to go home and chill with my family for a bit before I came here for this record, and
What was wrong with that?
nothing wrong with that. It's just that I couldn't, and I still feel bad, like that I couldn't,
Go
and I
home.
always feel bad, and I try my hardest. I feel bad when I can't be there for people.
Mm.
When you're on a mission, you get.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm laser focused. It's almost
Yeah.
like my brother in the UK. He was in the Air Force cadets, right? So he was always a real strong character in my life,
Yeah.
right? I learned a lot from
you
him.
are like that. I agree, bro. And yeah, that can be to your detriment because you can.
Yeah, I've been told.
Yeah. It's okay to be like that, my bro.
It's a
But
podcast, man.
definitely-
It's just turned into therapy, bro.
It's okay to be like that, but definitely, when your soul, your heart is telling you,
Yeah.
You're thicker.
there needs to be a
What?
time.
Wait. What?
You're thicker.
My ticker.
You're thicker.
Ticker,
Are you trying
yeah.
to say an Arab word, or are you just saying
No,
ticker?
I'm
ticker is Australian, isn't it?
I thought he was.
Running the ball up.
I thought it was Maori. Thicker.
We say it,
Yeah.
but we copied it off the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there
Ticker's
you
like
go.
running the ball up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking chicken tikka
You-
masala. Man. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. That's why you will succeed.
What?
That's why you will succeed. That drive to want to
Yeah.
just get it done.
Exactly right.
Laser
Inshallah,
focus isn't a
inshallah.
bad thing.
Yeah.
Just
I
make
got
sure
on,
it's
man.
only with your work. Like
Yeah.
try not to bring it into relationships or
Mm.
family or.
That's my thing, right?
Like you're only young as well, bro. You're only young.
Yeah.
You're only young. You'll figure it out, bro.
I'll figure it out. And
guess
look,
what?
I
For our
love
mistakes we learn.
exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing, right? You were talking earlier about how much you love your mum and you got respect for your mum, bro. I love my mum.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I don't say it enough. Like I feel bad sometimes, right? The dynamic in my household is a bit weird like that. We don't really have the whole I love you thing, and we've spoken about this at home. But
Just say it.
it's just that's the thing, right? But it's known. The way we show our love, it's known. We know we love each other. We
Yeah.
fight, we cry, it happens, right? That's natural for every family. And that's where Islam comes back into it, right? Because we're not just bound by our blood. We're not just like I treat you like my brother. I treat you like my
I
brother.
really appreciate that, bro.
Like, and I love my family at home, and I love you guys as well. But we're not like the reason we all have that love for each other is not based on the way we look or the where we live or what car we drive or if I've got tattoos on my face or if I can grow a beard or whatever. It's got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? We are Muslim at the end of the day, and I love anyone and everyone who claims and understands the meaning of Islam. Because like I said in the first episode, and I'll reiterate it, to be a Muslim is not to pray 5 times a day, is not just going to the mosque. These are important factors, yes. But to be a Muslim is to be honest, to be kind, to be decent. If you uphold a character that is commendable in any respect, you are my brother, you are my sister, you deserve my love. Case in point.
Yeah. And you are that, bro. Since I've known you, bro, you are that. You've dropped food off to me every night, bro, to cheer me up. And you have no idea what that does for me, bro.
Yeah.
You've been, and I feel bad because you've been filling my cup up. And it's been, and I hope I can do the same for you, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? I'm not there to fill nobody's cup up. I like that you said that as well.
You do,
right?
massively.
I'm not, but the thing is that's not me. That's
I know it isn't. That's just what I'm letting you know. That's what you do for me, and I'm very grateful.
Jazakallah khair. I appreciate that one, man.
Can I have a kiss?
Maybe afterwards.
After the record.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
you're a beautiful man. I'm very grateful that I've got to know.
Jazakallah khair. I appreciate it.
And I'll say it all the time. You too, my brother. And it's funny, both your personality traits are exactly what I needed at this difficult. It's not a difficult time. It's difficult when it comes to my family, but you two are the best balance, and it's Allah works in the most great, like amazing ways, because I really feel that this is exactly what I need to have you two, both of your personality traits, for me to be able to really come into this with such a strong family with their beliefs.
How did that, like, just before, like, we get close to the end of the video, Junaid, just a quick question for you, actually, because that reminds me of a certain instance. Yeah, that's all good, bro. Just a certain instance in your life. Like, how did you, because in the first episode, obviously, you mentioned you came from a single-parent home. When you came into this family that is Islam, what happened? Because you have your fair share of history that, like, obviously off camera we've spoken about and whatnot. And did it almost, I guess, in a simpler question, did it help?
It taught me to love, and I already kind of did this anyway. I love for the sake of loving people, right? But it taught me to love people for the sake of Allah, for the sake of God, to love my brothers and sisters as I love God. So, and it just taught me such beautiful values, and yeah, that's all I can say.
Sometimes it's hard, eh?
It's hard to get
your eyes, bro.
Yeah, man, it's your eyes. Your eyes. Like, I'm
you
sure
don't even need to
camera,
say your
bro.
eyes, bro. Like, I don't know if the camera does it justice, bro. But every time I look at you, bro, you
tell a whole story with your eyes, man.
You do.
Oh, he's gonna cry.
No.
It's okay to cry,
You
man. In Islam, when you cry, every
not in front of the camera, though.
Nah, look, I think
just do a pretend one for the viewers.
Yeah, you're the content creator. You know what's going on. All right, well, look, man, it's been a deep conversation. I've really enjoyed having you on the show. I really can't wait to have you back again in future. Inshallah. I'm really, really glad to have had you here. I'm really glad you told your story.
Yeah, that was just so brief too. I look forward to jumping on and really, really getting into it all. For
those of you out there that don't know, actually, Kayne here is joining the fold on the Muslim Mindset. So he is now a part of the team. So whenever you see some of that content out there, the TikToks, the Instagram Reels, we're clueless, all right? This man here, he was there.
I know how to do cables.
You know, yeah, he knows how to wire cables, but you put him in front of a phone, man. Oh.
Well, mate, none of that, it wouldn't be possible without you laying that cable, bro. So
exactly. So in
a pivotal part.
In an essence, actually, we could call this a second introduction and welcoming a new member to the team.
Blessed.
So for all the viewers out there, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and shout out my brother here, ClipperKayne.
Oh, thank you. I better delete a heap of videos on that. Actually, it's some controversial stuff.
Okay, no, that's for something you can clean that up way before release. But yeah, shout out to the bro. Share it, like, subscribe. We love you all. There's love here between us as brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Really, again, I can't iterate how happy I am to have had you on the show, and I can't wait for us to grow further. Anything else you'd like to say before you go? To the viewers, at least, for the people out there, for the fans.
Yeah, I'd like to just speak to Māoris first.
Okay.
And then I'll
whatever.
speak to everyone.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, it's, as a Māori, it can be quite daunting coming into something so foreign to what we know. And I tell you what, they're just like us. They're just like us. I got welcomed like I was on a marae. Even better. Gift yourself that gift of just walking in and just having a look yourself. Because it'd be really nice to see the brothers, you know. I don't want to steer anyone off what they're doing. But if you have that thought like I did, just act on it. Because it is special. It's really special. You know, I carry these with me everywhere they come here, everywhere I go.
The first dispute we gave you.
Everywhere I go. And I'll speak to everyone else. I look forward to getting to know the audience. I look forward to entertaining you guys, helping you with your content.
Inshallah, we take it worldwide.
We take it worldwide. And yeah, love you all.
We love you too, bro.
Love you too.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hell of an episode.
Yeah.
What did we think of that one? It was an emotional topic, man. We got into some stuff there. I got therapized.
Yeah, you did.
Why did I get
I couldn't get enough out. It was beautiful. It really was.
Yeah.
Being able to talk to the brother and just see his point of view and listen to you and it was just beautiful.
It's that feeling when you have a new brother in Islam. It's like you brought a new member to the family. Like, I think every family out there that can speak to it, every mother, every father, every brother, every sibling, when they bring that new member of the family home, it's like you can't do anything but just feel joy. Everyone's celebrating, everyone's happy.
Everyone's got smiles, man.
It's just love. It's all love.
It's all love.
And that's how I felt when you became Muslim, bro. When I met you, because I didn't know him before he became Muslim.
I actually didn't know any Muslims before I reverted. I just kind of rocked up and I saw a gardener and it was Muhammad. Shout out Muhammad. And yeah, there was just that sense of a family and there was such beauty in it. It's honestly indescribable. Like, you have to experience it for yourself.
Inshallah, Ameen. Love, peace and blessings to everyone out there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Tune in again soon, inshallah. Like, share, comment and subscribe, innit?
And let's go.
Stay tuned for the next episode, guys. Can't wait for you to...
We'll see you soon again.